One thing that's sort of annoying in my setup. Not annoying. I don't have a mute button, I don't have push to talk, and I need to get push to talk on a bunch of things, right? Like, that's just reasonable. But I don't have a mute button, and I think I mentioned before that, like, I thought I had a button that was basically a mute button on my mixer, and then I accidentally turned it off, and I was still able to talk. So, so I do have a dial for, you know, how much, I want, or how much, volume I want, but, it's, you know, a thing. Also, I feel like in the future somebody's gonna think that Nascent is the last system, or the last planet in the system, and get confused, and I apologize. It is the second to last. It is... I mean, it doesn't really matter too much. I don't think. But, oh god. Did I talk about exploration gameplay and what I think exploration gameplay is? I feel like I might have. I can't remember when I last recorded Starfield. Yeah. Star Citizen mentioned... They said that the Stormbreaker event for 4.2... they used the term exploration, and it's not exploration. Exploration is something that you don't find. You can't necessarily go to a guide on YouTube and find out exactly how to do things, right? And like, it's a system. There's going to be a system for how exploration works. It's not necessarily going to be as simple as that, but, you know, I think, and Stormbreaker is basically a raid. I actually, before I was recording this, I saw that the Captain's Table podcast, Star Citizen podcast, was talking about raids and dungeons, and I really want to go and see what all of them have to say about that. Because Stormbreaker is basically, I don't know if I would use the term raid. I don't play MMOs too much, but it's basically a raid and or a dungeon and or, you know, it is a unfortunately linear thing. But the linearity of a thing doesn't necessarily bar it from being exploration, I don't think. As a general rule of thumb, you should be able to approach a situation. You should be able to approach a mission like that from multiple angles. You should be able to sneak in the vents. You should be able to go in guns blazing, sneak in to a degree, hack terminals. You know, when we get into some of those elements, like sneaking doesn't really work because the AI just isn't there. Hacking isn't a thing yet. So, you know, there's all of that to consider, right? In all fairness. But data, in my mind, is finding information, finding data, and then acting on that data. Now, It could be a mission that you just need to go and scan. You just need to update some maps. You just need to update some survey data. Hey, I don't know. Hey, I don't know. We're the, we keep records of... We're a government organization that keeps records of mining data, so we want you to go and check... just make sure that all of the scans, the surveys, are up to date for this area. It could be, hey, we're a mercenary guild, we're hired to do security, we want you to go, do a patrol, do some scans, and report back what you found. And there could be a thing, and I think, and obviously there's also the element of you just go out and you're like, hey, I just want to go search this area of a planet. Why? Because I want to. And you might find something interesting, you might find something completely off the beaten path, you might find a hidden settlement. You might find an unknown crash. You might find, minerals that have, haven't been discovered. Stuff like that. Could also be like, hey, we need you to get information and then report back what you found. There could also be this situation with data where it's like, and we'll have to see, but, there's some data that... you physically have to take the data from your ship, and maybe you can, just land, or you can just go to a satellite, update it to a satellite, or upload it to a satellite, and, job done. But you can select what you give them. So it's like, oh, I found this, I found this outlaw facility at this location, I found that outlaw facility at this location, I found this outlaw facility at that location. Let's say that those 3 outlaws are... Let's say that they are different outlaw factions, and you happen to either be aligned with, or want to work with, or have some vested interest in the survival of one of those factions, so you only give the information on 2 of them, or you are you or your guild, you or your org want to need a source of good quality iron, and you find some decent. Maybe you find some copper, and you find some iron, maybe you find some 3 things of really high quality iron. You give the location of 2 of them, and then you save the highest quality iron for yourself. Something like that. Yeah. There's a few ways. There's a few ways that could all play out. I mean, there also could potentially play into data running, because you need to scan, and there's several ways that those scanners could work. They mentioned building space stations in Star Citizen. They mentioned building space stations, but they did not mention anything about satellites or drones or scanning or scanner arrays or anything. So maybe you could build a satellite in the orbit of a planet and have that do its stuff. But you need that information to... You have a satellite around this planet, around Pyro 1, and you are located out of Stanton. You need somebody to run you the data, so you hire a data runner, and that's where you get your data running stuff from. Could be that. So, yeah. And obviously there's also a lot of other elements to that, right? Like, how do you read the data in any fast, usable, practical sense of time and all that stuff. But yeah, until next time, have a good day, great day even. Chowskis.